Hey there viewers, and welcome back to Planet Cryos. So I have got an awesome build this time for you guys. My father needed a new computer, and with a little convincing I had him buy some parts and we are going to assemble it. Now, I'm not 100% sure he's going to want to be on camera. However, I am going to get close-up shots. I might have to do some voiceover, so just bear with me on that. But I'm going to explain what we got here. We got a Corsair 200R case. That's first and foremost. You have seen that before in one of my other builds. It's just a nice, classy looking case. That's all he needs. We are working with an i7 9700K, which I'm excited for him. We have for our hard drive, we got an SSD, a 970 Evo Plus, super fast. I'm expecting it to be super fast. Well, I know it is. I have one, so I don't know why I would expect any less. Our motherboard is a Aorus Z390 Elite. So, not the top of the line board by far, but it is a nice board for him, a huge upgrade. His computer is a box store computer, and it's about 6 years old now. 2014 is when we bought it. So we got that. We have our EVGA. You know what? I'm going to back up here a little bit. I know, because a lot of these aren't close-up shots, so I'm going to give you a little close-up here. So, there it is. There's the chip right in the back, or the CPU. This camera, this GoPro that I'm shooting on, does not have autofocus, so I'm shooting on a GoPro Hero 5 right now is what you're viewing me on. I have a Hero 8, which I'm going to do other close-ups. So here is the SSD. What else we got? We got our Windows 10. That doesn't need a close-up. We have our power supply, EVGA 750, fully modular. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, this is way overkill for what we're building here, because he is not doing a graphics card right now. This is primarily just for future upgrades. That is it. Plus, it was on sale. Black Friday and Cyber Monday, or Cyber Weekend. So we had a pretty good sale on it. For our heatsink, we have a Mogan 5. That is in one of my other, that's actually in my main PC. Love it. Simple to install. What else we got? Well, we got our motherboard that I told you about. I'm going to do close-ups of all of these actually out of their packages also. For our RAM, we have Corsair Vengeance, 32 gigabytes, two 16 gigabyte sticks. So, and he's got room to put another set of these in for a total of 64 gigabytes. But this is way overkill for him too. And last but not least, we do have a Wi-Fi card. So the motherboard does not have Wi-Fi, so here's the Wi-Fi card, just a TP-Link 1300. And this will get him by. Actually, I do have one more thing. I have a CD, DVD, optical drive that I bought for him. I wasn't going to put one in, but I kind of decided to just go ahead and do that. So it was 20 bucks. And he'd like to do some photo editing and stuff like that, so I figured maybe he's going to want to put them on CDs eventually or anything like that. So, yeah, this is our gameplay. He's actually on his way over now. I'm going to stop recording right now, and like I said, this whole thing's going to be edited anyway because I'm not going live with any of my videos. I do far and few in between for videos, and I would love to do more. It boosts more confidence for talking in front of a camera. It also enables me to just get more comfortable, right? So, but with that said, this is what I got, this is what I'm dealing with, and this is going to be an exciting build. I can't wait. But I got a long afternoon ahead of me. Right now it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I have got to get this going. And because I'm not only going to be teaching him a little bit, but I'm also going to be learning myself, and then I got to go through all the updates. I got to install the new BIOS if there is any. I actually have already the BIOS on the new BIOS on a thumb drive, so that's kind of all set. Yeah, so here we go. Stay tuned. This and this right now. Yep. We'll set this a little bit more. So I'll let you do the honors. 2 thumb screws, they got to come off. And we're actually probably going to take the other panel off too, because we're, eventually we're going to have to route everything. So the panel just
got to put them in?
No, we'll
just stop them from rolling over, dropping them like
we're
that.
doing that, yeah.
It's kind of neat the way they got it, so you're never going to use a wrench.
Yeah, this is like, I think this is a nice, classy looking case. It's good for offices, and it's not bad looking.
Yep. It doesn't like they get dinged.
Alright, so when you pull these off, they'll drop, so just kind of keep your hand on the top area and then just pull straight back, and then that's it. So, here, give me that. We'll get that out of the way, pull the other side off, same way. Alright, so, and all new cases come with a box here. So it's acting like it's in there. That's where all your hard drives go. Yep. So this is all mechanical hard drives that are the 5¼ inch bays. These are your solid state drive bays. So what you want to do is take that box out by releasing this. There's a little indent. This is just a hole, so just release that and pull backwards. Not very hard, just barely.
Pull that way?
Yep, just pull out just a little bit, just enough to pull that box out towards you. It's gonna be
It's a little stuckish.
All right, let me see.
Lazy Susan's nice, but it gives.
Yeah. There.
Of course, it's catching on this. Cardboard.
Yep. So, what we got in here.
Spare parts.
Yeah, actually. Some of them, they always give you some nylon zip ties, but never enough. So, they give you, looks like, well, maybe 6. But usually it's not enough.
You're not using this at all?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you?
Yeah. We don't have to, but
all right.
yeah, we're gonna use it. So you have a rear fan, the exhaust fan, and blows it out. So that then there's going to be a CPU here and another fan that blows it towards this one, and this one comes across. This one's better if you really don't have to hook this up, but this one's more for like if you have a graphics card The graphics card would sit right about here.
Right
It would
here,
blow. It would blow across the
But
graphics
you're
card.
using these in the other case?
In what other case? What do you mean?
Oh, this is the new case. That's right.
So
It's
these
gutless.
These we're not even going to be using until the build's pretty much complete. Then we have sets of screws here. These we don't need. These are fan screws with rubber dampeners. Don't really need. And we have a couple extra standoffs because these come stock. This is just a this is a standoff, but it's just a pin. And so these are all the standard layouts of your board. So you should have 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this one just goes in the center of the board. These are extra in case you have a different board. So now we have, let's see. So these ones are for a hard drive. So if you had a hard drive that you want to put in and then lock in, you'd use these. These ones are for, these are the more Corsair ones. These are for the like power supply. So, but the power supply should be coming with screws, so we don't even need hardly any of these, to be honest.
From the spare parts.
Yeah. So one of the first things we can do is actually, these are all your front cables. So you got your on switch, reset switch, the audio output and input, and then 2 USB 3.0s. So in your old case, you only had 2.0 ports.
Yeah.
Now you got the faster ports. So what we're going to do here is reach in here, and we're going to take out this panel right here. That's it. Gone. And you can save this, put it away, put it in your motherboard box in case you ever decide you don't want the optical drive. This is pretty simple. So this is the one that I got for you.
Gotcha.
It just goes in here. Like so. I swear it goes in. Like this, and we should hear it click into place.
Start in front of that, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit. So that was it. Goes in. There's a little retention lever right here that you got to pull back on, and then release it as soon as it gets past that. This clicks into place.
Right in, boy. Snaps in. You don't want to
Yeah,
fall out.
actually that was a little loud. I think it was catching a little bit, but that's all right. It's good. Nice flush. Looks nice.
Yeah.
You can actually put it in any one of these, but it looks aesthetically. It looks
Yeah.
nice as it.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Garbage. All right. So we got that in. Now the power supply. Yes. Let's snatch that shirt off. There you go. I got it.
You know, one of these little medical magnetic trays.
Yeah. Stuff you'll never read.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Here are all your cables.
God.
Are you overwhelmed yet?
Yeah.
Here is your screws that we're going to be using that come with the power supply. You can use the ones that come with the case, but these ones directly match. All of them are pretty much standard. They're all the same screw. It's just if a different manufacturer makes it, it could be
Slightly out.
yeah, could be. So these with.
That's nice.
Yeah, sometimes they overkill. And actually, this one did not come, I am very surprised, did not come with a nylon bag. Usually, or not nylon, just a, like a felt bag. So some of them come with
You would think you'd want it sealed up so crap don't get in it.
Yep. So, leave that there just for a second because I'm going to, these are actually cable straps that we, I guess, might be able to use. Maybe not. We'll see. Alright, so right now we actually don't need any of these cables, but because we're just putting in the
You set it up.
yeah, well, that's your main. These are like adapters. You're not going to need even half of these cables. It's just different applications.
Yeah.
Man, that's kind of cool. They send you this, so you can test the power supply if it just goes on or off. That's kind of good. All right. So. You have eco mode on this, on or off. Conserve energy. You don't want it. You want all the power this can put out.
That's right.
Fully modular.
They run on unleaded and high test.
Yes. All right. So let's see here. So we want this fan on the downside. All right.
No,
So this has
close up the bottom.
Yep. This has a built-in filter.
Oh, that's nice.
Just needs to be cleaned.
Yep.
At your place, maybe a little more often.
Okay.
But usually like once or twice a year. And typical.
Typical.
Yeah. So.
We don't live in a dusty environment.
All right. So what we're gonna do is this goes in like so. Goes underneath that lip. And then you gotta get it under there.
Yeah.
And then push back. That's it.
Cool.
What we're gonna do. I'm going to do a shot here. Secondary shot. All right. These screws up. 4 screws. We need to do a Phillips, which I have to look at Let me go grab. Okay. So, cameraman. Wrong way. Now you're facing yourself. That'll be a good shot. You might not. The screen will time out, and you just have to tap on the screen. So what we're gonna do here
this is on then.
Yep, that's on. Oh, is it well, it's not recording. Hit that red button on where your finger is. Just tap it, and you gotta go harder. There you go. Let me see. What the heck?
Malfunction.
Well, what's going on here? Okay. Now you can see that it's recording. There. So we're just going to start all the screws.
Get them in line.
Yeah, it all should line up pretty good. One bad thing about the lazy Susan.
Yeah, it's nice and long. to chase your project around.
Yeah, that's just it.
Good, the whole top of the table didn't do that.
All right, now we can tighten her up. These don't need to be super tight, just enough to hold it in. That one seems stripped. I don't know why.
Oh, tapped out.
Really?
This, well,
Why?
I don't know. Didn't touch nothing.
No, yeah, it's the lock. So I don't know what's going on there. Oh. I don't know what. I think.
Put it right in front of the camera now.
That's okay. It's in the wrong holes. There we go.
Custom.
That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Okay. This guy. All right, we are good. There's the. Let's see this again. First file on this end. There. Next. What do you want to do next? We're going to put the motherboard together. We're just going to move this aside a little bit.
Wait, screws. Screws up. Okay.
Alright, we don't need the cables just in a second. Nope, we're going to need this for a second. Hang on. I want to do is take out.
Oh, more parts.
Yeah. So we got a couple of SATA cables. This is an adapter, so when you put on your front cables, they go on this first, and then they can go on the motherboard, or you can just put them directly on the motherboard. So we're going to need that. We're not going to need these right now. We are going to need that screw, and we're going to need the standoff. That is for the standoff and the screw are for the hard drive. So here's your manual.
No, it's
There's
over here.
drives. Yeah, this is only about half as thick as the one I have, but you can find all this stuff online. So, but we will actually, before we even get started, they should. Now let's keep this out for a second. So when we put in the RAM, we only got 2 sticks of RAM out of 4 that it's capable of, and I don't know which, if the board tells us which is the optimal spots. You can put them in any spot, but it optimizes when they're in the correct spots.
Gotcha.
So when you deal with these, deal with them by the edge of the heat sinks. These are the heat sinks. Okay, so this is our building platform. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a
Closer up. Nicey nice.
pretty.
Those hand assembled, or do they do that?
Some of the parts are, yeah. So on this, there's a couple different things. So this is where this piece goes in, right to there. These have this is like a shield around it, and it's to strengthen, because this one doesn't. This is primarily where your graphics card would go.
Mm-hmm.
You can put it down here, but sometimes these are slower and it's not optimized for the graphics card. This is your best slide if you only have one graphics card. You have two M.2 spots, one here, one here. This is a heat sink for the one. This is the one we're going to put it in. This is actually, I looked it up, this is only a 4x2. So this is only half the speed as this. And we want this because we want a ×4 instead of a ×2. So, there's our nicey plasticky stuff that we're going to try and get off here.
And why is that wrapped within that?
Because they're crazy about protecting their stuff.
What is that? Sensitive right there?
No, it's just protecting the plastic from scratches.
Oh, that's a cover.
That is it. Sometimes they put them over this. I'm surprised that it's not on that. So you can keep this in case you have to ship it back
Oh, okay.
for any reason. Well, it could be completely dead. And it's happened,
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't have thought about that.
This stuff down there for right now. That can go. CPU. Alright, we're going to do, yes, the nicey nice hard drive. NvMe. That off. Yes. Yes. But that's not it. You also get information about it.
Wow. It's upside down.
Warranty service. Alright. Nothing else. So we're going to, I'm going to have you do this again. If it times out, just tap on the screen, and that way you can see it again. But try to get a little closer, just for a moment.
Okay.
There you go.
So you just like you holding a flashlight when you're a kid.
There you go. This has got a film on it right now that we're going to remove in a minute. That's it's like it's a thermal compound tape, thermotape, and it's going to, this area in general heats up more than down here because this is where the CPU is and all the high circuitry, high powered circuitry. So it just helps keep the drive just a little bit, just a little bit cooler. So what we got to do before we put this in is we got to put the standoff in. So that would be this guy.
Even tripod for this too.
And we're going to put this in. And this, we can just use this guy right here. Just tighten it just a little bit, just snug it. Now, we are going to put the drive in.
No torque wrench?
No torque wrench, it's all by hand. So this goes in at an angle, and then you just kind of put it in like that. That's it. And it's like a springboard right now. It's meant to do that. Then we're going to get our screw. Should have cut the bag instead. Now it's like wrapped up in a cocoon. Oh boy. Yeah, that was a terrible idea. Very bad, no good.
Yeah, it pushes it right together.
Yeah. I'm not happy about that. Alright, stop filming. Let's see. See if I can cut myself.
If that happens, we'll definitely go to commercial.
Yeah. Today's sponsor.
Band-Aid. It is a brand name, isn't it?
Okay. We got the screw. I hope this is magnetized. If not, I might have to go do it. Alright, so then we're just going to hold down on that. We're going to line it up. Just make sure it's lined up with the hole. Put this down.
Your hand's in the way.
3,000 pounds of torque.
Or less.
Just snug it. That's all you need to do.
Really?
Nope, it's not going anywhere.
This is the ride home in the car.
We're going to take this off.
I thought you were waiting until then.
Then this is going in. Now, there's only one spot that this goes, but don't put it in just above the drive. There's a slot on this metal looking thing here. So just going to go in like that. And then it's going to start to get tacky on you on your way down. So just make sure you're pretty well lined up with the hole. And then kind of put a little down pressure on it, not much. Get the screw that you took out to remove it. And you have installed your SSD. M.2.
No, you did.
Oh, that's right. I did it. All right.
Need this anymore?
Sure, I do. Yeah, because now what we're going to do is your CPU. This is the fun one. It's probably one of the most, besides the cabling, to be not hard, but it's not hard. So you have in there 1,151 pins. No touchy. So, and they're all, some of them go this way and the other ones go this way. You can see the reflection if you kind of just, you can see the pins kind of go a different direction as you go around. The light changes on it. So you just gotta be careful, that's all. All right, CPU time. Let's get our knife. The CPU is, you see this box is thinner than most. It's because it doesn't come with a cooler, because it's overclockable. And lots of people buy these so they can overclock them. Then you're looking at liquid cooling and stuff like that. But we're not doing that.
Yeah, that's what I need is a radiator on my computer.
Like one of my guys that I follow, your Go Faster sticker. You put this on, you go faster.
Oh.
Have you ever seen a car win a race without a sticker on it?
No.
They all have stickers. So then we have to figure out how this actually comes apart. It's like a maze. It's amazing.
Oh boy. Here we go.
1,151 dots. Contact points, I should say, not dots. All right, so they make a little tab here that you can kind of get your thumbnail under it and pop it. And we're going to do this. Now you can see on here, there's a couple ways of telling how this goes in. One, there's a little arrow there, or triangle. It's a gold triangle. There's another triangle on the actual motherboard. So those two need to line up. Or you can tell by there's a notch up here, or there's a dot, and there's a notch on the other side. One's actually higher, I believe. Yeah, I think it's higher than the other. And then there's a small dot on the other side. And those goes towards the top. You can actually see the dots, or the cutouts for it. So what you're going to do is just grab it with 2 fingers on the outside. And then just touch the outside. Try not to touch, don't touch the bottom. And try not to touch the top of the CPU. So you're going to go in one side. And if you have good eyes, you can see that it actually is in. Just gently set it down. Okay? Now, I can tell that that's in, but another way to tell is just grab the sides and just wiggle it back and forth. Don't put any down pressure, but just wiggle it back and forth, just to make sure it's in its slot, or in the CPU. So, okay, so now we're going to put this down, but don't just grab the lever. Kind of grab them almost at the same time. Well, you don't have to. You can set this down by hand first. Now you can see that this part is going to go underneath the screw that's already on the board. There's going to be a lot of tension on this. And that's normal because it's got to put a lot of force down to make contact with those pins under there. This top plastic is going to pop off. It should pop off. Sometimes they only go about halfway. But just make sure that you are under that. And this retention lever is going to try to get over here. Better shot over here. Just like that. Right there, just popped. And that's it. CPU is installed. Do not throw this away. You send this back to the manufacturer without this, it voids the warranty, and you have to buy a new motherboard.
Fun.
So that goes in your motherboard box. That is that. Last, well, second to last kind of. What we're going to do is install the RAM, if I can find it here. We actually, you know what we could do? I'm going to install the cooler right now. Let's do the cooler. Get some of these things out of the way. Garbage. Alright. It's by far my favorite cooler. We got our fan. And we have our actual heatsink. Beef. Look at that. The bottom of this has a sticker on it. Do not remove that until you're ready to install, just to keep to avoid getting contaminants on it or oils from your fingers or whatever. The same with the top of that CPU. Here's our hardware. Comes with a screwdriver that you have to use.
Wow. See
how it's actually longer?
Yeah.
In comparison to a standard screwdriver?
Yeah.
Because it has to go down in between here to get to this screw right here. Alright, so you got dumb instructions in here. This isn't too bad, this isn't too intimidating. Looks like a lot of parts, but we're going to reduce them pretty quick here. You got your thermal paste that I forgot it came with. And we got our backing plate, which we have to use. One side has protective rubber, like rubberized mats.
Let's go stand.
So that goes against the back of the motherboard. Here's your, these, the two that look like a C shape, we're not using. Those are for AMD. Those go back. These two we're using. And then, with all this hardware, we are only using the long ones here, along with these screws. And these are for, like, if you want to add an extra fan, a secondary fan. But all these, they're like dampeners and screws and all that. We don't need any of these.
Extra parts.
Yep. It comes from, it's from multiple systems.
Yeah.
So.
Better off sending them to have people wanting them.
Okay. guys. So 2 is needed, and then there's an extra 2 for a secondary fan if you need it. Doesn't come with a secondary fan because that's fairly expensive. You know, it's a, I don't know, $20, $30 fan or something. All right, so. We're going to stand this up. Like so. Now, this has, you can see that these have 2 holes on it. They're going to go right here to go over those 2. And bolt holes should line up with the, yep, they'll line up. There's 3 different applications you can, 3 different bolt holes, but they only go in one. So, what we're going to use is these standoffs, if you will, for it. And just kind of get one started here. There's one. Here, runaways. Let's go down here. There we go. Just being a little stubborn. This one would be, there we go. Okay, that's that one. All right, we are in with all of them now. I'm going to set this board back down. And we're going to tighten these standoffs, tighten them up. And these are better done in kind of a crisscross pattern also, just to make sure that it's all
Even.
fairly even, yeah. Just a little bit at a time, and these ones get a little bit tighter than the norm. Okay. Now, next is the brackets, along with the screws. So, there's only one way that these brackets go on. They go, this is the upside, back side kind of looks almost like it's molded. So that's not the way it goes. It goes with a shinier part up, it goes this way, not this way. It goes one on the side. And they use kind of like the center areas here. So what you can do is kind of just get that in, get it started. The next one. Get that one started. One done. cooling foam yet?
Yeah.
Alright.
Definitely gotta get it on a tripod.
Well, almost done filming for the close-up for this.
Or you just, so you can do that.
Yeah.
You can even have a little button remote. Or switch.
Alright. Very good. Heatsink time. So this is going to, so this is offset for a reason.
Yeah.
It's so you can put tall RAM in, so it doesn't interfere with the RAM slots. So this just simply sits right on top of this. That's it. So we're going to use the thermal paste that they gave us. I do have to go and get a glove. Hang on a second. Aw, I ripped it. That's okay. All I need is the finger. I did rip it. Alright. So. Come on. So we're just, this kind of method is what I learned from Kerry Holzman. So put it on and then spread it so you know it's nice and even all around the CPU. And that way you're not missing anything. You just want a thin surface. And kind of learned this trick from him too.
Have it.
Yeah, just so there's no air pockets. Possible. That's right. Now, we note our elongated screwdriver there. Now we can remove the protective
Well, that would be terrible if you left that.
sheet. And this is going to go on just like so. Just want to get it stood in just a couple of turns there. These will stop dead. So you go a couple turns here, go a couple turns here. Couple turns here. And a couple turns here. That's it. It just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
So you know you're all the way where you're supposed to be. No tighter. This one I think was about to stop before it did. Nope. There it is. Okay.
Cool.
Your heat sink's in. Now, for the most part, you can grab this thing by the heatsink. This is what it's sort of designed in a way to be able to grab it. Other than that, it's the edge of the boards or the heat sinks. But you don't want to
Touch it.
Yeah, you don't want to start dabbing your hands all along those silver areas where all the
Oil is not your friend.
parts are. So, all right, now let's just install the RAM. Get tired from holding the camera?
Yeah.
Alright, well, give me another.
About a half hour ago.
Yeah, sorry.
That's the price I paid for being a movie star.
32 gigabytes. So you have just as much memory as me, but you are only occupying half of the slot. So you can go all the way up to the 64 gigs, which you won't even use this. So completely upgradable. Now, when you're removing the RAM, make sure if you can't get it out to bend the plastic, not the RAM. But in all seriousness. So, that's what we need to figure out. So we need to figure out the optimal channels here. So we got B1, B2, and A1, A2. So I need to refer to the manual. We can actually stop that. Just push that record button down once. It'll say saving. Where'd the thing go? There you go. Parts. That's right.
We're already missing one.
So I think what we're going to do is B2, A2. But before we even do that, we're going to install this fan. So, there you can start the pipe up again. Look good?
Hmm?
Okay. So, we want to install this fan not only on this side, but we want to install it with this cable that's closest for routing. You have two headers right here. The top one that's gray is the fan. The bottom one's an optional one for other applications that we're not doing. So, in general, all fans, the part with the brackets and the part that does not spin, you can see how this label spins, this label doesn't, but the part with the bracket, that's where the air is being pushed. This is where it's coming into me. So it's going to go on this way, so it blows that way. So you got these brackets that just slip into here where bolts would normally mount. My finger's working now. This goes on here. There we go. There. So we're about even, top to bottom. What you're going to do is just grab right a hold of this guy right here and pull it.
Oh.
That's how easy
Lock,
that is. Yeah. And don't let go of this because it'll open up like a barn door pretty quick with all the tension.
Yep.
So, kind of like what it just did. So then we're going to grab this side and lock that in. And that's that. Yep. I'm actually thinking. That's a little better. Alright, so now what we can do is grab one of these. This is a wire tie that's on there. We're going to put a nylon zip tie on there. You don't want to keep these on. I don't have my cutters out here yet. So then this fan connector is going to ultimately go right here. we're gonna take care of
Trim
it. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the trimmers now. You can shut that one off. This one kind of interferes with this hole, but. Alright. Guess what? Gotta do the RAM. But that's okay. I don't know.
Really?
Nope. So the RAM, a couple things about the RAM. One, it has this sticker on it that you should remove. And two, it has a notch right here.
Mm-hmm.
So that notch is offset to one side. So you can't install it the wrong way.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
QA.
So these are all retentions. I only need the ones that I need open. So is it B2, A2 that I said, right? I think so.
I think it's.
Yeah, I already forgot. I think that's the one we're gonna go with. So B2, A2. All right. So we want, they're labeled on the side of the board. And we're going to do this guy and this guy. Those are retention levers. Some of them only come with one side that's open and closed.
Put it in and then lock.
Yeah. Well, it still goes in straight. So anyway, these are offset. And it always seems, these labels always go that way. I don't know why. I would think.
You would think so.
Yeah, but that's just the way they do it. So we're going to install it just like so. And when it's nice and sit in there, and you'll be able to feel that. It won't go in even that far without that slot there. So then you just take your thumbs and it's put pressure on both sides, but do one side and the other side. You'll hear it.
Click, click.
Yep. And also try to avoid contact with any of those pins.
No touchy.
And we're going to do the same thing. That's it, motherboard's ready. Now, I've seen that these are hard to get to with, you see, you've got a screw here, but this connector is hard to get to. So, we're going to try to get that connector. Let's get all these out, see what we need and what we don't need. Don't need those right now. We're going to need this. We will need one SATA, because we're going to take your hard drive out of the old computer and put it in this eventually. So we're going to need one SATA, we're going to need the power cable. We're going to need this guy. That's the one I'm going to plug in right now, probably. These are the ones that we kind of don't need right now. Don't need that. No. Another CPU. Don't need that. This is Molex. It's practically obsolete. This is just another SATA, but we don't need two of them, so I just got one out. This is going to be for like a graphics card. We pretty much got all the cables we need out now. This is another graphics card. And yet another graphics card. And more SATA.
Enough wiring.
And we don't need that. So these this is your power, so this is like out of the computer. So it's only these 3 cables. Now if you get a graphics card that goes in here, now we're gonna need, you know, one of these. But until then, so what I want to do is actually hook up this prior to installing the motherboard.
Easier.
Yep. So this one, this side that's fixed. This side's not fixed. So this side that's fixed, and it even says CPU on it. This is CPU power. All you need is the 8-pin one. The 4-pin is if you have, if you're like overclocking and it requires more power for the CPU. So what we want to do is you want to put both of these together and get this installed here. I swear it is.
Nice little clip on it.
Huh?
There's a nice little clip on it.
Yep.
Snaps in place.
All right, so next. Close up this box. Get it out of the way. Need of this stuff anymore now. We're going to turn this case on its side. Actually, let's untwist these guys. So this is your front fan.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to.
What would you do? So leave it hang?
No, I'd zip tie it up.
Huh?
Zip tie it up.
So in other words, you wouldn't use it?
Probably not. I mean, you can. I don't know. We'll see. All right.
Might as well, it's there.
So this has got another connector up here, which is real pain for that fan. There's a connector right up here, which is going to be another difficult part to get to. And it's mainly because of the case that it's going to be hard to get to. It's not because of the anything else. So yeah, it's going to be tough, but we're going to have to try. All right, so we're going to need the screws. I put over here somewhere. Motherboard screw.
Wow. Ooh.
Alright, so you can get a shot of this from this side now. If this thing starts to watch the battery, if it starts to get low, let me know. Because I'm better than 38%. Okay. So this guy, this has got its own I/O shield too. We didn't have to install it. So this thing is going to have to slip through here somehow. And put this in. I need to set this down for a second because I need to overhang this and get this cable to come through. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? Since it is a little lower right now, I'm going to put the fan cable on too. I need to get this cable out. Hey! Somehow I got it stuck. Okay. How the heck I just did that? Pretty good.
Stuck down in the crevice.
It actually would have been easy probably doing it the other way. I might have to, because it's not looking like this connector wants to go through there. Ah, okay. What the heck? I'm gonna take this back off. Now we're gonna feed it through here first.
Do it reverse, huh? Extend, you don't have, don't look big enough.
Then we're just gonna kind of set this in here and put it on. Quickly. This is actually more difficult than it needs to be. It's still hard to get your hand in here.
Oh, it's easy, everybody be doing it.
Don't want to. There we go. Now, just set it here again. Might actually take this fan out. I gotta. Very difficult. I need somebody's zip tie. Just get a zip tie around this. Now I gotta try and put this on the connector. I might have to get some pliers or something. It's just almost ridiculous. Oh, come on. It shouldn't be this way, but. Okay, how can I do this? How can I do this? I shouldn't have put the heat sink on maybe until after. I got it. All right. Now, let's start to get this in here. Everything lined up. Ooh, that already looks good. That's a little crooked there. I don't like that. Why is it crooked? This is not real crooked. It is a little bit. That could be part of the motherboard, though. Because all the bolt holes, that center post is in, all the bolt holes are lining up. That one's going to be the most challenging. It's right there. I guess that's just... Alright, that will get squashed down when we screw it in. Alright, cool. There was no other standoffs that were in the way. Get another close up here. So what I did is I hooked up all the on-off power switch, reset switch, LED, hard drive light, and LED power. So all that's hooked up to this switch here. Now I gotta hook it up to here. I think I know which way it goes, but so just looking underneath. So okay, our hard drive goes on the bottom on the left, so that lets me know exactly which way this has got to go. So just like this. We're gonna try and do this here. Alright, what's that? Alright guys, so this is where unfortunately my Hero 8 decided to stop audio recording, and my Hero 5 I wasn't doing any close-up shots, so this is the best I'm going to get. Basically I'm just routing some cables, checking the cables, whether they're going behind the cable, on top of the cable, you know, just getting the routing sort of prepped, if you will. It's kind of a little premature for the routing, but when you start installing cables, this is kind of what you have to do. I'm also checking the fan, the rear fan there. I was checking. I'm making sure the cable wasn't going to hit the fan. I'm also installing the power supply cable for the motherboard, introducing the front USB 3.0 connector to the motherboard, and you know, just taking my time. I'm not rushing through this, and also of course I'm getting photobombed at the same time, so paparazzi. Yeah, right. So hope this goes fairly smooth. I'm sorry about the audio, but it's the best we got, so I'm trying to deal with it. So hope you enjoy it. Thanks. Both fans are starting to spin. See the inside of it? Now we're just looking for a post. There we go. There's our first one. That's got nothing to boot to. So just kind of let it do its thing until it stays. Hopefully. How pretty. Now right now it's kind of going through and it's recognizing new hardware and see, there's your BIOS. It's got nothing to boot to, so it automatically went to it. Sweet. All right, look at that. So we have BIOS version F9, F10G is out. You have, I think there was 9 and then 10 and then 10G. I have 10G on a stick right now, ready to install. So excellent, huh? Alright, so here's another spot where I had to do another voiceover. Unfortunately again, but right here I just got the BIOS. It's on a thumb drive. I just brought it to the back of the machine. I'm plugging it in. And I'm going to walk around to the front, and the BIOS is already up. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. But all I did was click on the, I think it's like the quick flash BIOS or the BIOS update screen. And it did recognize, you'll see here in a second, it does recognize, right there I'm just describing how it recognized the BIOS, the new version. So what we're going to do here is just click on that BIOS, click update, and away it goes, and let it do its own thing. It just takes several minutes, but just don't touch the computer and you'll be good. Right here. Oh, this is the Wi-Fi card. It's in right here. I'm trying to watch the camera and do this at the same time. There we go. Wi-Fi card in. Alright, so we're just going to put this screw on. I can't do it. All right, guys. So I do apologize if there was a missetting on my camera. I was in a time lapse mode. I think it sped some things up. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to find out when I go back and I edit the video. Unfortunately, so obviously I don't know where that had started. So we obviously got Windows loaded. I got the product key installed. I did um, the disk indexing. I turned off disk indexing. Right now, I also the PC is 90% complete. I still got to do the cable management, and I still have to um, do the hard drive that's coming out of the old computer. So with that said, Wi-Fi's on. I got that all hooked up for him. Right now we're doing Windows updates. So that's where I kind of left off. And right now it's due for a restart. So we're just going to restart it. A lot of this stuff I'm just going to speed through, but this particular spot anyway, just letting you know what's going on and that I think I had a camera malfunction. So we'll see. I'm going to get a nice close-up also with the other camera of the internals, and which I have been doing. So, but a lot of this dead air I'm just going to cut out. So right here I got my utilities flash drive, so we're going to be able to test the speed of the M.2 drive and some other things just to check. That'll be a little later though. I'm going to finish these updates first. Oh, keep forgetting to connect to the internet. Still got more updates. Okay. So it looks like we're all up to date. I think we're running the latest version. So we're going to type in here WinVer. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Typed it in wrong. WinVer. Okay, we are running the absolute latest version of Windows 10, which is 20H2. All right, we are up to date with that. Now we're going to go ahead and maybe get Google Chrome, and get the Samsung hard drive driver, or the Samsung driver, I should say, because we are right now. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so we're looking for this. Oh, we do have the Samsung SSD driver, so we're just going to get on. Let's see, Google Chrome. Now we're going to do the Samsung Magician software. And yeah, download files. That's what I want. Magician software. That's what we want, is the Magician software right there, guys. So we're going to download that. Shouldn't take very long. And we are going to open. Installer. English. Alright, so I'm just basically going through the Samsung Magician software installer. Right here, I just clicked on, I'm going to create a desktop icon and create a quick launch icon, just so there's a couple different ways you get to it, that's all. And away we go. This installs pretty quick. Already done. And it's going to launch it because I had that checked off. Get out of there. So we can see our drive is good. Our let's see, we have temp's good, the driver details. Our firmware is the latest version. It is a Microsoft driver though. So what we're going to do is actually grab the driver for, oh, it looks like we can update. I'm currently, okay, so what we need is the Samsung NvMe driver. Alright, so we got two drivers right here. We want this guy. This is going to be an awesome PC for him. So we're done with that. So let's execute. Yes. Don't need that window open. Do this. Next. Accept. You can read that if you want. I don't want to. I'm going to install. Now this will have to restart the computer. We're going to restart it right now. That way it shuts down the Microsoft driver and it turns on. When the computer restarts, it turns on the Samsung driver. It's just more, the Microsoft one works perfectly fine. There's no issues. Other than there's some slight optimization with the Samsung drivers. Maybe just a little bit more speed, better reliability. So, look how quick that booted. What was that, like 8-9 seconds? That was nothing. So then we're going to launch the Samsung Magician software again. We're going to make sure that it installed the correct driver. We're going to go to driver details. And right now, we're in the Samsung driver now. So, now is about the time to do some little things here. Let's see, for instance, we're gonna turn, that's not what I wanted. Oh, let's see, wait a minute, I thought that, oh, I know what I need. System right here. Oh, that's the same. What the heck? What the heck? I thought it's almost like you can't get to the normal system anymore. So now I gotta figure all this out. Because normally you could get to, I thought, yeah, settings, device manager, computer management. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got settings. Ah, what did they do? Killing me. Let's do it this way, maybe. This PC. It's the same thing. Rename this PC. Why did they do that? It's like they changed it. You can no longer. Oh man, great. So, okay, well, there's here system protection. This is. Huh. How do I get into that now? Oh, yeah. Okay, the automatic startup, we're going to shut that off. And we're going to click apply. The performance, let Windows choose what's best for my computer. Just for best appearance, just for best performance. So it's kind of meh. Alright, I need to get my list because I can't remember every little setting that I'd like to do, but I do know. Let's see, another one. We're going to do this would be. And oops, I can't run it like that. So we need to run. Need to run. Run with that. So power. Config H off. See, now this command requires, yeah, that's what I thought, administrator privileges, but it's not allowing me to run the app in administrator privileges. What is going on here? Huh. Huh, huh, huh. I don't know why. Yeah, see, that one you can run as administrator. Why can't I run this one as administrator? Oh, boy. Alright, so power H off. Done. Exit. All right, we are back, and I had to take a break. My father actually left. He went to go get some food, and I took a break myself, got some dinner, and getting back to it here. I'm going to do some cable management. I took just a few minutes ago, I didn't put it on camera, but I took the SSD out of the old computer. We're going to use this as primary storage in a way. This is a 1 terabyte SanDisk Ultra, and I'm going to do all the cable management right now since the computer's off. I'm going to kind of put this in. This goes in and out within seconds. So I'm going to put this in. We're going to do the cable management, and then I'm going to take this back out, turn the computer on, and plug this in via USB. It's just easier for me in my head, so I can take the contents off of here, because I don't want there to be an issue with it trying to boot from this. This has like this has an AMD system on it, so I don't want there to be any issues. So what I'm going to do is take the data off of here. He's just got a minuscule of pictures. It's not very much, probably less than 10-15 gigs worth of stuff, probably not even that much. I'm going to transfer it over to the new drive, the NvMe. Then I'm going to shut the computer back down, plug this back, well, actually I take that back. Then I'm going to format this. And then we'll shut the computer down, plug this in, and it'll be like a fresh drive. We'll reinitialize this drive. So, I forgot to turn the little lights on here. How come somebody didn't say something? So, let's see. hard to see anything here, but I think. Oh, I'm hitting the monitor. Okay. So actually, I'm just going to unplug that monitor, and so I can kind of spin this around. Actually, you know what? We'll unplug everything. Why not? All right. Now I got to put this SSD in here. I'm going to get a close-up shot with the other camera, or at least try. All right. So as you can see, there are drive bays here. These are for the 3.5 inch or 3.25 inch, 3.5 inch drives right here, and these are for the 2.5 inch drives. So there's 4 slots for, you can put up to 4 of these SSDs in. So what we're gonna do, it's very simple, very simple. You just you got 2 spots here on the inside, upper and lower. I'm just going to put it in the lower. Obviously, you want it with the connectors facing out, and put it right in there like that, and clips in. Boom. Yeah, it wiggles around a little bit, but not much you can do about that. So that's installed. Now we're going to.
Alright guys, so that comes to an end here. All I'm doing is some cable management, which I did speed the process up, but at the end I do show a little clip close-up of the cable management just to give you an idea of what it kind of could look like or should look like. Everybody's different, everybody does it differently, but that's okay, as long as it's clean looking. So the other thing is that I do apologize for some of the audio and the clips. I gotta work better at it. However, it was the GoPro's fault, so I'm trying to figure out what I can do to fix that situation. So just have to bear with me on that. Other than that, hope you enjoyed the clip. I'm hoping to do quite a bit more. I do have a couple other small videos that I'm going to be working on that actually are done. I have to edit them. But as far as for this, why it ended just here with the cable management, I did go ahead and we're doing some more personal stuff. I installed a Cronus True Image, which we had to put some credit card information in and stuff like that. So I just didn't bother showing it. I also did some antivirus malware protection and a couple of other things. So hope you enjoy. Thanks. Take care.